Most traders fail, and I'm sorry, that's the reality. That's not a surprise anymore. But the whole question is why? Is it because they are lazy, not smart enough, or is it because market is always stuck against us? And the truth is, none of those things. And today in this video, I want to break down the real reasons why only 2% of people succeed in trading. And trust me, that's not what you think it is. I've been through it all. I blew up several prop firm accounts when I was in my first year of trading, when I was funded. And I almost also blew up my personal account, but I always came back and stronger and realizing all my mistakes and how I could improve in the future. The data shows that over 90% of retail traders actually lose money. Only about 4% of traders make a living, and less than 2% are consistently profitable. So the data is brutal and the reality is brutal as well. And that's where majority of people get it wrong. They think that those 2% of people are gifted, that they've cracked some magical code, a special setup and strategy with 90 or 100% win rate. Well, that's not the case. So why actually some people succeed and some people fail? What is the difference between those two of them? And the first reason is psychology. And it's not that fluff when it comes to think positive way, positive thinking. Like, no, it's not about that. I'm talking about the emotional mastery, your emotional intelligence, the way you can handle your emotions and how mature you are in your emotional well-being. As you know, I failed several prop firm accounts and challenges in the past. I've also almost blown up my personal account. And it wasn't because I did not do my technical part. It wasn't because I didn't have my technical skills, I did not prepare, I didn't analyze. It was because I had FOMO. I was chasing the market, I was placing irrational trades, I was scared of losing the money, I was chasing and over trading, and I was moving my stop losses as well because emotions were in place that I'm gonna lose the money. And you can see where I'm leading with this, right? So emotions play a huge role. Your ego is here as well. Your greed is here as well. Sometimes we have to know when to stop. We already made the money, but we go and start chasing and over trading because we want to earn more, because ego is there, that we need that. We need more and more and more. So that's a whole problem with why many people fail, is that because there's no proper foundation when it comes to psychology and your control over the emotions. So during the trading, you gotta pause, shift your mindset, and you gotta acknowledge that. And you gotta acknowledge that right now, your emotions drive your execution. You're failing right now and moving your stop losses because of your emotions and fear of losing the money. So trading success starts with internal control and control over your emotions, control over your ego, how you set your mindset for trading, and not all of those external factors. And the reality is, majority of people and traders, they avoid this. Facing yourself, facing your own demons and your ego, it is uncomfortable, and people would just rather blame market. They would just blame, oh, like a stupid market, it moved against me, and it's because of this and this and this one. Sometimes all you have to do is to pause, shift your mindset, and take control over your emotional stability. That's a foundation, and first we gotta start with that, of how emotionally stable we are in handling all of the losses and our ego as well. The second reason why people fail is that because they don't track, they don't analyze their data, they don't do the recaps of their trades, they don't analyze their mistakes. What happens is that once the trading day is over, you're done, you just close your laptops, you shut down your desktop, and that's it. You go on with your day, and tomorrow, next morning, you just come back without actually doing your homework. Journaling and analyzing your trade, that's a mandatory and essential part. And if you are not analyzing your trades, if you're not tracking your trades and your executions and your mistakes, if you're not doing the back testing over the weekend and seeing if the strategy works or if it doesn't work, you are blind. That's the facts. You come next day and it turns into the gambling in some sort of cases because you just don't even know what worked, what did not work. I've been analyzing and journaling my trades for almost 2 years right now, and it played a crucial role in my strategy. I analyzed and I came up with certain conclusions that I should not trade in the first 30 minutes of market open. I don't trade and enter prematurely because based on the data, based on my research of my trades and analysis, it's just not working well for me. I analyze daily and I see similar patterns. Like, how come you're going to analyze and acknowledge that if you don't do that work daily? So track and journal your trades. That's another key to success, because without acknowledging your mistakes, without seeing and diving deeper what's not working, how can you improve if you don't even know what to improve? Right? So do the homework, and after your trading day, go and analyze your trades and track your trades, and track not just the part of the execution, but also your behavioral aspects. How did you feel during the day? Did you let your emotions take over you or not? Maybe you've been consistently every single day greedy, and that's why you've been losing money. But you have to acknowledge that, and you have to say it clearly to yourself. I know many people, they hate facing the reality. They don't like acknowledging that mistake happened not because of the market, but because of you. Like every day, it's not market, it's you and your executions. You cannot blame market. It's you who is in control. So get uncomfortable and go and face all of those mistakes and some places where you are not right. Because guess what? That discomfort of facing the reality and your mistakes, that's where the growth happen. And most traders avoid the mirror. They avoid looking at themselves because it's painful. Your ego is getting touched and scratched. But guess what? Though if you want to be within that 2%, you will have to do it, because most of and all of the 2% of traders, they do that. They look at themselves and they clearly say that, yes, I screwed up, and that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow to change that. The third reason and the difference is lack of structure. Most people, they wanna be profitable traders. I guarantee you wanna be a profitable trader as well. But what happens with the majority of the people, they show up not as traders, they show up as gamblers. And what I mean by that, many people avoid the prep work. They don't see the value in it. They think they know it all. They just come, show up, press those buttons, and just gamble it all away. Let's see how it's gonna go. But you gotta treat trading as a real job. You cannot show up unprepared. At least that's how I treat it. And trading is one of the hardest things that I've ever done, and I've done a lot in my life. And I cannot come unprepared. You should have your routine, your prep work. You cannot just come and sit and start executing. It doesn't work like this. At least if you want to be a consistently profitable trader, if you want to be that 2%, you have to do the prep work. You have to have your routine and structure. How do you start your day? How do you set your mindset for the day? Do you have a pre-market trading plan? Have you done your homework and assignments of just knowing what's happening in the market? Have you done your analysis after it? So what is the structure? Like, let's say for me, I wake up, I do my morning meditation with my spirit trading community on Discord, and then I go to my workout. I help my body, I have my mindset as well, I help my brain. Your physical health is also important. Then I come and execute. Once I execute, I go and analyze my trades, and that's the structure, and you gotta follow it. Money loves structure. And that's a fact. Money loves when you organize it all properly. Trading is not an exclusion, so make sure that you have a clear routine, you have a clear structure when it comes to your trading, when it comes to your execution, analysis, and prep work. I've personally built my rituals and my routine to help support my psychology, which is essential for trading, we already know it, my mindset, my physical health as well, because if your physical health is not there, trust me, I've been there, your trading and your focus sucks as well. And that's a foundation as well that you need to pay attention to. So why do 98% of traders fail? It's not because they don't want it enough. It's not because they're not smart enough. It's because they want it fast. People are looking for the instant results and for the way of making quick money right now without looking at it from the perspective of longevity and how to be consistently profitable. And that takes time. People avoid the discomfort. We don't want to face our ego. We don't want to face our internal fears. We don't want to acknowledge the fact that I am wrong right now, that I messed up right now. It's easier to take the position of blaming the market or somebody else, but that's why there's those 2% of people who succeed. They are not afraid to face the reality and face that inner discomfort. And they are looking at a long-term game and they are patient enough and they are not looking at the trading from the perspective of making easy money fast. So the truth is, in trading, 80% of our success comes from our psychology, our mindset, and the way we look at the things and our internal work. And 20% actually comes to the execution, but majority of people, they get it wrong and they tend to mix them up the other way around, and they focus on execution and focus on spending so much time on unnecessary charting and drawing and building all of those lines instead of focusing on analyzing the trades, analyzing your behavior, analyzing your mistakes and your emotional stability when it comes to trading. If that's resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. What is one of the hardest things for you when it comes to trading? And be honest with yourself and clearly acknowledge and face that discomfort of what's not working out for you. And if you're working on becoming that 2% of traders, join my free spirit trading community where I offer free live daily meditations. We do market prep, we do the market analysis, and also we have monthly challenges running that can support you in building all of those good habits. Thank you everyone for being here. Face the discomfort, face the reality of the trading and your ego, and I'm gonna see you in my next videos. Have a good one.